Hi!
Hi!
Welcome back to my channel!
Woo!
So, this is one of my best friends, Jen. I will be dropping her wow. So cute. I will be dropping her YouTube channel right here. She does amazing videos for baking, for cooking, for her life vlogs, building out her plant collection.
Oh my god. You read my mind. Yeah, you did, because I actually was gonna do a video. Yeah, so Monica gifted me like a plant box with seeds and like dirt.
Yes.
And I wanted to start doing them in like the little kit she gave me, and then kind of like do like the progression of like from planting to transporting to like fully engulfing my whole life.
I love that.
Yeah.
No, I was thinking about actually just getting like a planter and like putting it outside to start planting and growing our own stuff.
Yes.
It is time to start figuring out where your food comes from.
Yes. Absolutely.
And be mindful of your consumption of food.
Yeah.
Especially like things that take a lot of water to grow and whatnot. So I'm excited for you guys to check out her stuff. Please tell her how much you love her in the comments below. The full YouTuber moment.
I'm so just grateful, and I love you the most, and you know that.
So I wanted to ask Jen, and we wanted to figure out like a cool topic to talk about, because you and I just get into so many different things.
Oh my god, yes, but also like the deepest conversations ever have been with her, like, and they make sense. It's not just like we talk about random things to talk about random things. Like, we get each other and we make sense, and like we've always said, like our relationship, our friendship truly flourished in quarantine. We were talking about this over brunch today, literally, and like so many people, their relationships kind of like crumble, and that's so unfortunate, but ours really flourished and we grew so much closer. And I think it's genuinely because I always tell you this, like we just have the same mind and maturity, and that helps so much.
I think you in a lot of ways are more mature than me, and I think
could never be.
Stop it.
No, I'm dead serious. Like I tell David all the time, my brother, you're the only person I know younger than me and far exceeds maturity for any person in my life. I'm dead serious. Like
we're gonna just be complimenting each other the whole time. So
okay. Anyway,
no, it's true.
we're trying to get into the topic of what we're gonna talk about.
So we were plain passing.
Yeah.
So we're gonna talk about imposter syndrome and manifestation, and just for us, our experiences specifically with it in jobs, in relationships, in life in general. Do you want to start with imposter syndrome or manifestation?
We can start with we start with manifestation.
Okay. Manifestation. So your experience with manifestation in relationships, in work, in life, where do you feel like that in those sectors feels most prevalent and most profound?
So I feel like, and you know this because we've talked about this, but I'm only laughing because you know this so well, but I think my biggest manifestation success has been with my last relationship, and you know exactly what I'm talking about. Because remember I told you know my high school ex-boyfriend.
That's how we, so so Jen and I have known each other since I was 13.
Oh my god, that means I was 14. 10 years. I'm 24.
Yeah, 10 years. Well, we met in high school, so maybe I was like 14. Maybe you were like 14, 15.
Yeah.
We met.
Actually, to be fair, if we're gonna go back,
when did we meet?
I actually saw you in middle school. First, we didn't talk though. I literally just saw you in passing. Yes.
You went to Portola?
Yes, I saw you in passing. You and I went to Portola, and I actually saw you in passing, and I thought your birthmark was very cool.
Oh my god!
But I never stopped to talk to you.
Holy really?
Yeah. So you've had a lasting impression on me longer than you think.
It's really intense. Wow.
Yeah, but we've been friends. Since high school.
Yeah, so we met because of.
So actually, I was 15 because I didn't start dating him until I was 15.
So I was 14.
You're 14. So about 10 years.
We're a year apart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Almost to the date and year. Wow.
We've been friends for almost 10 years.
10 years,
which is kind of nuts.
It's insane.
And the funny thing also about our friendship in particular is this thing that we have just been close and like, we knew each other.
Right.
But it was a really gradual build-up, and you're one of the people I trust the most now.
Same. 100% same. No, it is crazy to see how gradual our friendship has become, because when we were younger, we talked about like boys and like And then it turned into like internships and then jobs, and now, you know, we send each other resumes, exactly, and finances and opportunities and stuff like that.
And even just the tough things of like
100%.
the, you know, gender issues, racial issues, all that stuff. Those are my children. But yeah, it was like we have been just like our friendship has just flourished in like a beautiful way. Yeah. And then COVID, I think we were both very cautious with it. And fully vaxxed. So
fully 2-week period after
the whole
fact.
Thing.
Yeah, we're
double shot. Pfizer baby.
Yeah.
So I love that, like, it for us the pandemic was just like a really great cultivating, and also I think a manifestation in its own way.
I think so too. And okay, so that's a great segue. So let's talk about this, because I was telling Valeska about my friend who has a podcast. It's called 2 Cents, by the way. So please, you know, we'll
drop the link.
Drop the link to 2
in the bio.
Love you, Jasmine.
In the description,
in the description. The episode that I was listening to, talking about manifestation and how they are both really amazing, successful women, and they've manifested everything that they've gotten along with hard work. Manifestation isn't just like you put it out into the universe and then it just comes to you. That's not how it works. But like we were saying, I think most successful form of manifestation has been in a form of a relationship. And although we're not together, essentially manifestation worked, because what I put out into the universe verbally came back exactly the way I wanted it. Remember I told you I wanted someone who didn't know me, wasn't from here, older than me, mature. This person came into my life being all of those things, and he was amazing and everything, but like things just don't work out as relationships
but also
happen.
It's just like a great experience for you to have.
Huge learning experience. Huge. I was such a brat. Like, he can attest to this. I don't even know if he'll ever see this in his life, but he can attest to this. I was just like the hugest...
Shout out, bro.
Shout out to you, man. I was just the hugest brat, and I was like so immature.
Hugest.
Is that not a word?
I don't know.
don't make me look stupid. We both graduated from college.
My favorite. Okay, guys.
And I have a comms degree. Don't tell me hugest is not a word.
I don't know. Sometimes the way you say stuff, it's like,
finally. I'm getting red. I'm like getting hot.
I know. Look at us. Too bad.
So pretty. I know. So are you. You're absolutely beautiful.
Okay, so finish.
Sorry. Oh my god, I know. Yeah, no. So I was the biggest. I was just the biggest brat. Like, I was so immature, and I was so, like, picking fights about everything. And then, like, a couple years into our relationship, like, we had conversations about it and everything. My takeaway from the whole thing was just, I need to be more mature. Right. And, like, I need, like, some fights, you just don't have to have them. Like, you just don't have to pick certain fights. And so...
Yeah, is it worth it? Is it not?
Exactly.
Like...
At the end of the day, like, that's what I was thinking. Like, is it even worth it anymore to, like, you know, talk about this or, like, have this be an inconvenience or whatever. Although, like, things that obviously didn't work out, that doesn't mean that I didn't learn from it. You know what I mean? So that's another thing, is I always, with experiences in life like this, I always think it's up to you to, like, learn from it and take it and make it into a lesson.
Yeah, absolutely. So, that's great.
Yeah.
I love that.
So manifestation for me worked. And honestly, I'm not gonna lie, when I said these things verbally out loud, I wasn't consciously making an effort to manifest something. It's just that's what happens to me. And it's happened many times where I just speak something out into the universe and someone or something hears me, and then it comes back. And it's happened to me in the past. Yep. With many things.
Yep. I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. Yeah, I feel like I relate. I mean, one of the videos I wanted to do on this channel was how to turn your internship into a full-time job. Because that was like something...
That you did. That was
like a manifestation for
100%.
Sure. Like, so I really loved pretty much every company that I worked for, and especially have a really special place with the team at Live Nation. And I had an amazing internship with them, and I spent 6 months at their corporate headquarters doing comms and PR for the US concerts team, and then expanding that out to like national and some global tours, which has been amazing. And I am so grateful for the experiences there. But I went in and I was thinking, well, most of these people who have gotten an internship with Live Nation don't get a job afterwards. It's just not a thing. I ended up loving my bosses, and it just became a thing where this is going to be something I want to do, and this is a place, this is an industry I want to be in, and they fought for me to have a position. I've been so grateful for that kind of relationship and that kind of building and focus, determination, hard work, becoming something that really, really pays off in the end, and has been such a catalyst for an opportunity for the rest of my career. that I've had.
Absolutely. And I'm glad that you mentioned all those qualities about you, because I was waiting for you to finish, because then if you didn't mention them, I was going to mention them. Because part of the beautiful thing about our relationship is like watching each other grow.
Yes.
And seeing
hype women for each other.
100%.
We literally spent the whole time at brunch, guys, just being like, oh my god, you're so beautiful. Can I take a photo of you? Like, you're so good. I'm like, oh my god, I love you. I'm so proud of you. Like, it's like a
whole
problem.
Relationship.
Yeah.
That is our whole relationship.
I'm like a mushy. I've become more and more mushy, I think, because of my relationship. Yes. But it definitely, right? Like,
absolutely. But I love it for you.
Because now I'm like way more affectionate with everybody.
That's the thing, yeah. And I'm such an affectionate person. Like, I need it, but I also love giving affection.
Yes.
And so, and I think you might have posted this on Instagram, actually, is normalizing affectionate, like
physical touch with
physical
friendships.
touch, friendships,
yes.
exactly. Like
yes.
platonic relationships. And that's exactly what I want from friends too. It's like, I want to be able to like hug you, give you like a kiss on the cheek, like grab onto you, hold on to you, whatever.
Quarantine was really hard. And
exactly.
I mean, we you know,
hugged for the first time today.
Yeah.
Which was so special.
It was beautiful.
It was absolutely.
We went out to
this
brunch.
was such a romantic hug as well, because we hugged by the beach. It was like a movie, and I loved it.
It was very cute.
Sailboats going through the back.
We totally had like a date. Like, it was like a full date. Can you tell them about your mom?
Oh my god, yeah. So I'm wearing like an olive green blazer over this.
She has like a boss ass put on, as I like to full on boss ass.
If you can, I would love for you to insert a photo.
Oh yeah,
but one of the photos you.
I'm gonna put it over my face.
No,
photo ready.
No, because Valeska. Okay, so she took those photos of me, and I was just yelling, "You're my boyfriend," because I don't have a boyfriend. But
single, ready to mingle friends.
Yeah, you took these amazing photos of me at like an angle
so good.
that I didn't even know I could look like that. Okay,
she literally looked like a total influencer. It was amazing.
I looked like a model. I looked like really. You say you are?
You are a model.
No, I'm not.
You are a model. Stop it. You're gorgeous. I know compliments are really hard.
Oh
We're really hard. We
throw compliments at each other. That's how aggressive that was. We throw compliments at each other, but then we can't take them.
Yeah, you grit your teeth so great. You were like, as you can see, we really love each other. Yes. Okay, so going back to
what were we even talking about? Yes.
Well, you were talking about compliments and like.
But also, my mom thought I was going on a date with a man today because of the way that I was dressed, and I was like, "Mother, I'm not going on a date with a man."
That was amazing.
Yeah,
She's like, "You sure?" Yeah,
she fully didn't trust me, and which I love, because she thinks that I could get a man in quarantine, but that did not happen. But I was hanging out with Valeska, which means so much more to me than
we had like a full date.
Going on a date with a man, yeah. So
shout out to Bakari PDR.
Shout out to the best brunch food I've ever had in my life.
Dude, I'm sorry, but those fresh squeezed orange juice. I love the girl. She's like, I do it, and I'm like, thank you.
She's a hero, dude.
Yeah. Shout out to you. You were clutch.
You really, that orange juice was crazy.
It was so
French
good.
toast was wild.
Yeah. That was wild. Circling back to
you and your qualities.
Oh, okay.
Yes, because what I was look at this how body language has totally changed. Because what I was gonna say was, if you weren't gonna mention your qualities, I was gonna mention your qualities. Because one of the really beautiful things about our relationship and our friendship, that we basically grew up together in our late teens, early 20s, is that I've seen you and how hard you work. And it's so, one of the most rewarding things for me in our friendship is seeing your hard work pay off in the form of you getting the Live Nation internship, which was already wild. And then them sketching out a job for you was just a huge testament to your work ethic and how you are as a person, and like just literally see. And then, by the way, doing all this and being a whole ass president of an association how did you forget about that? You modest. It was
like a full job. Yeah. I mean, okay, so that's another video I wanted to do, was like a conversation about unpaid internships. Which,
oh my god.
Which is a whole thing.
Yeah.
Right?
Because you had one, I had one.
Yeah. And the fact that, I mean, we can touch a little bit on it, but
they're unnecessary.
They're unnecessary. They also just accommodate for wealthy students in a high correlation are white students.
Yes, let's just briefly. We're both super lucky and super privileged that we were able to take on unpaid internships, but I don't know about you. I was only able to do one for one semester. And then I asked that my second semester be paid because I couldn't do it both semesters.
Yeah, I did the first one because I didn't have school. I did the first one with no problem. And then the second one I had to sacrifice half of my, so I'd be I was working at Remo like 4 days a week. I'd worked at Remo for those 6 years part-time because I was doing it in high school and college.
What a boss.
But like insane driving to Valencia.
Yeah, I know,
like,
you're just a machine.
Northridge and Valencia back and forth. It was killing me. But I had to sacrifice 2 days a week to be at Live Nation.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, it did pay off, obviously, but the fact that I was struggling with gas and, you know, I was living with my parents at the time, but just like books and things like that.
Yeah.
And grant money only goes so far, and that's for a whole nother discussion.
That is a whole other video.
Yeah, that is a whole other video. You know, the one thing that, to close up the discussion on manifestation, I think it has to be coupled with like insane dedication and hard work.
100%.
Because like, okay, so you can manifest and think about all this stuff and feel like, oh, I deserve this, I should be doing this, but if you're not the person who's hustling the hardest and creating that foundation where you can be a receiver of that manifestation that you're creating, like, it doesn't happen.
Exactly.
So
no, I agree with you. Is like, you can speak to the universe, you can journal all day, you can pray on it, you can do whatever you want to do, and whatever manifestation method works for you. But if you're not putting in that work, then, you know,
it's kind
not
of, it's being like a blind driver behind the wheel in a way.
Yeah.
So.
Because I remember when I was at my internship the first time it was unpaid, I was at a nonprofit organization and I was their marketing and development intern. But then that quickly turned into like me actually just taking over the whole position because I think I told you my supervisor at the time ended up being there for like the first month and a half, almost 2 months. And then he just like dipped out of nowhere. And so then that spot was open and I did it unpaid. Like, I learned everything about marketing and development that I could at that organization completely unpaid. But then because they noticed that I was able to take that initiative and kind of fill in that role, then they offered me the paid internship, which I took, which led to then employment, which I took.
Right.
So it's all like you need to build those blocks.
Yeah,
yourselves.
it's like a fine balance of being able to do, like, you know, understanding that there's work to be done and being the hardest working, but also like understanding this is labor that companies rely on.
Yeah.
Which is the fine balance.
100%.
I think, you know, I was having a conversation last night with the group of friends we were hanging out with, and the idea that our generation is questioning authority and questioning these models where you should suck it up and grit and go through it.
Yeah.
And it just doesn't really just like feel like that should be a thing anymore.
No.
Like, in terms of, obviously, you know, a strong work ethic is, you know, key, and that's where how we've gotten our positions, but I think also the overworking, and specifically in the conversations of overworking for POC is a hot topic, and I think we'll start to like see a little bit more of that equal playing field.